Thank you. I am fed up. I am tired of coming back home every day after a hectic day's job to meet a woman who will stop at nothing but complain about how exhausted she is after doing some little house chores when she stays at home and does not go to work.
Madam, you heard your husband. What do you have to say concerning his statement?
What do you expect? What do you expect? When a husband has become too familiar with his wife and ceases to appreciate her. But again, I wake up every morning before my husband to set his water for his birth. I wake the kids, bathe them, get them ready for school. I prepare food for both my husband and my kids. As they go, I pray for them.
What is the big deal? Of course she has to do that because she doesn't work.
Excuse me, Mr. Dad. Let her finish.
As my husband leaves for work, I take the kids, drop them off at school. I come back home, sweep and clean our home. I wash clothes, my clothes, and the kids' clothes. I even go to the market if I have the need to. I cook and prepare food for the family.
See what I'm talking about? Eh? I mean, what? Complaining and whining over little chores she does at home.
Hold on, Mr. Dan. Is she saying the truth? Or are all she has said lies?
But of course she has to do them because she doesn't work.
When I'm done cooking, I go to school and pick up the kids. I bring them home, give them food to eat, and I still assist them in their classwork.
Is that so much for the mother to do?
I mean, she also does that.
Of course she has to do them because she doesn't work.
For my husband's return in the evening, I make sure food is ready. I bake the kids and make sure they eat. At his return in the evening, I serve him his food while I clear away the dishes and think about the next day's meal.
You see how women do? You see how she talks? Eh? I am the one who has to go to work every day. I work tirelessly to provide money for that food. And she stays at home all day thinking about the food and how...
Wait a moment, Mr. Dan. She is only making a point and stating her daily routines. Of course she has to make plans for the next day meal.
Of course she has to do them because she doesn't work.
After the day's work, I even struggle to take my bath. Yet, I do not fail to grace his bed and satisfy his emotional needs when the need arises.
Hold on, madam. Mr. Dan, is that also true?
That is a problem. That is a major problem. In fact, look, she has to explain where she exhausts her emotions. Because I come home to meet a lifeless response whenever I lay with her.
You mean I cheat on you?
Thou sayest, madam. Thou sayest. In the beginning it was not so. Until she changed and began to come up with silly excuses. For a woman who spends all her day at home, one would expect that she will be bursting with emotions whenever I touch her. Because she doesn't work.
Your dad, do you love this woman?
Of course, I used to love her until she changed and became one strange woman who always wants to justify her questionable attitude, with one silly excuse that doesn't work.
Mr. Daniel, truth be told, in this present time and age, it is difficult for you to find a woman as diligent as your wife. Mr. Dan, so many men pay their wives to stay at home to take care of their kids. Yeah. You can take her position for a day or two, and see what she faces. Mr. Da, it is either you are being misled by men or distracted by a woman who is making you draw comparison with her, your wife. Well, I suggest you bring her in and see if she makes your home what you so desire of it. Madam, I'll sign the papers. But don't you worry. Our organization is looking for diligent women such as you. We will provide a job for you and give you an apartment that will be enough for you. Just give me a minute.
Hey, hey, you are just a homebreaker. Eh? Ohanu Megapa, is that what you do here? Snatch people's wives before their very eyes.
Excuse me, sir. I thought you said that.
Excuse yourself. My wife.